If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So thank you very much, guys, for joining the call. Today is our first session. Before we start up this session, let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Maddie. I have more than 15 years of experience in Workday Financial HCM and supply chain module. And since last 10 years, I'm delivering trainings, corporate as well as batch-wise as well. And I have implemented almost 7 to 8 business units in a financial and HCM part, in which as a project lead and a subject matter expert, I delivered the overall end-to-end deliveries, and now I'm giving the support to as well in multiple BUs. And these BUs are from Malaysia, Singapore, Denmark, Sweden, UAE, and Bangladesh. And some of the BUs I work by alone and deliver the implementations. So this is my brief introduction. So let's jump into our main agenda of today's topic. So our agenda and the topic that has been shared with me, and we are well aware of that. If I segregate into that part, that is first the GL module that cover up the accounting and journals. Okay, here then we have different type of journals are there, different type of sources are there, so we will discuss in that part. And then we have here some advanced concept, that is reevaluation. We have translation / consolidation. Okay, don't worry about this terminologies, that what are those, but we will discuss these terminologies in detail whenever we start up the topic. Okay. And then there is a closed period process. Okay, there is in the closed period process, we have 2 areas that we will cover up. One is the MEC, that is month end closing, and then we have YEC, that is year end closing. And for each module, we will cover up this report part. Reports is we will cover our standard reporting first. What are the standard reports that are available, and how we will check those standard reports. Standard reports means that offered by the Workday. But in our agenda, that is there is another type, that is customized reports, that we are not covering in this agenda. Okay. And once we have a good command over this financial area, because this is the base area, so then we will proceed for the other module, that is AP, AR, CM, and in between we will write up and discuss the topic as well. So our first and foremost agenda is that we will understand the GL module, then we will go for one by one other areas as well. Another topic that we have already discussed and share, you already shared with me. So I am not right now discussing these things. Okay, before start of these things, we need to understand the first and foremost area, that is the structure. Okay. So what is the structure that we need to look into? There are different type of structure we have it. Let me know wherever you feel, guys, that you don't have the concept, you don't have any, you have any ambiguity. Feel free to raise your voice, and then we will discuss that point, and I will try to elaborate those areas. Okay. So when I talk about the structure part, so we have organizational structure. We have people structure, and we have financial structure. Then finally we have Workday structure. So what is the meaning of these 4 base structure that we have it? Can you guys say something about organizational structure, people structure, financial structure, or Workday structure? At the last of the stage, we will discuss Workday structure, not first, but we need to understand the organizational structure. Then we will move on for the rest of the structure as well. So Bijoy, or what was the name? Yeah, Shalu. Can you say something about these structure? Then we will. Otherwise, I will explain you.
Org, I would say, is more like how the company and its dependencies, the cost centers
Mm-hmm.
are structured. People would be more into the supervisory org,
Mm-hmm.
how the managers and the hierarchy is set up.
Okay. Yeah, you are right to some extent, but let me elaborate in detail.
Mhm.
Whenever you guys are implementing somewhere, that you must have some idea about the organizational structure that you are working on. So I'm not going into detail with the implementation phases. I hope you have the idea, but if you don't have it, then I can explain the as well. What are the implementation phases that we have normally? It's a quick update, not in detail, but to give you a good idea so that we how to implement these areas, then we will proceed. So for any implementation phases, so first and foremost part, you have to study the organizational structure. Organization is a multi-organization. If I consider that at the top there is a group, and under a group we have a subsidiary. Subsidiaries means that we have some subsidiary company, like if I name a Z USA, Z for ZaranTech, ZT USA, and ZT UK. Just naming that. And these are our financial companies, not in the institute. Okay, just to have an idea. Okay, when we have a group and when we have two different companies, then these companies have under that there must be some regions. Okay, I name it here, ZT group. Put it here as ZT group here. Then we have the company. Then we have regions. Regions is on the, if a US say that we have central, we have east, and we have west as well. Just okay. Similarly, if I talk about that is London or Ireland, that is we segregate into different way. So it's up to you how the business is working. So when the company have there and they have the regions, then that regions have some certain you can say divisions. Divisions are nothing but that you divide into your central into different part. It's optional but not mandatory. So whatever I am discussing, that group is mandatory part if it is a multinational company. Otherwise, company is started from here. So if I talk about this one is the mandatory as well. Region is optional, division is optional, that if you want to maintain. Otherwise, it's depends on the organization. So if it's has a division, then we can say that they must have departments. Why we have a department in any financial organization? That for department is only for costing purpose, meaning that I have made certain expenses and I want to distribute that expenses to certain departments so that further I will analyze into our financial reporting that we will discuss in this area, financial reporting. How we can check this financial report. So department is there, for example, in my company, that is finance. Then we have IT. Then we have HR and sales and marketing. Now, if my department and these department are, if for both of the companies are the same, that I don't need to define separately. Okay. And after the department, each department or each region or each division may have certain locations. In Workday, what are the different type of locations that we have it? We will discuss in our Workday structure. So I will try today to focus on the structure part, then we will move on the transactional as well. So our structure should be good enough to understand, then we can proceed accordingly. So the location are might be NY, New York, Washington, WD, Washington, DC. And we have London and IR. Okay. So normally in any organization, these are the most of the organization have these kind of structure. Okay. Now, if I go to the people structure, so for that organization, that is my ZT group, they may have certain peoples are assigned to certain levels as well. Meaning that, for example, the group is there, then there might be a CEO or the director is there. So if I put it here this way, CEO/directors. And that structure basically take ownership of their respective org structure line. Okay. So this is my organization structure. So these are the owners of this ZT group. Similarly, if I have company, then we can say that we have a company, company head, or we can say that we have CTO. Okay, so CTO is there. So respective CTOs are I have assigned to the respective company. Then I have a regional head. That is there. This is one regional head. Then we have a department head. If I have 4 department, I would say that we have a department head as well. Respective department finance head, IT head, HR, and respective. So these are my people structure. So they go side by side. If you implemented only HR module, then these two structure are more than enough. But if you go beyond that supply chain and the financial, then you need to include financial structure as well. So if I say that, and if I color differently, so every area that we have it, we have a respective regional areas as well. Okay, so this is my structure. Now, if I go for the financial structure, any ERP financial structure, either it's the Workday, either it's the Oracle, either it's a SAP, or any ERP structure, what are the common areas that you think that are mandatory for a financial structure? Any idea? Joy, Shalu.
The departments.
No. Department is already we discussed in the org structure. It's a part of our org structure.
Legal entity.
Okay, fine. Legal entity is there. Yes.
Cost center.
CC cost center.
Accounts, like chart of accounts, what do you call it?
Okay.
Calendars.
Fine. Okay. Now, by the way, sorry, I introduced myself, but I need some intro from your side as well. So can you say something about yourself, then we can proceed? Sorry, my bad. I forgot. Shalu, Bijoy, you tell me last day. I know about you. So Shalu, can you say something about you? What is your background in it?
So I have a similar profile as Bijoy. I'm working on Workday HR side. Also have a little bit background with Oracle e-business suite. Worked on financial and supply chain. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if I talk about the financial now, yes, you are right to some extent that two terminology that you utilize, Shalu, that is correct. These are there. And if I take up the Oracle, they name it the same way. Whereas these part are not the part of financial structure, because legal entity we already defined in here in the company. So we define the company here as well, but not now. But for financial structure in Oracle or in any ERP, the 4 C's are important. 4 C's are normally utilized in Oracle, but I utilize in Workday as well, so that you guys have a good idea. What are the 4 C's? One C is you have mentioned charts of account. Other C is calendar. What is the third C? That is that is the first and foremost is that currency.
Currency.
Okay. And then finally, the convention. Okay. So if I give you any system, any Oracle or Workday or SAP or Peoples or whatever, then whenever you go for check their financial structure, you have to check these 4 areas first for any organization. Okay, now we will discuss one by one. What is charts of account, calendar, currency, and convention? If I pick this way here, what is charts of account? And yeah, Chalu, you named this charts of account. Then can you say something about what is a charts of account?
So basically, we will be defining the structure of accounts where it will be, you can say, it will be doing all the transactions in that company, you can say. I don't have a definition around it.
No problem, no problem, no problem.
It's
I'm
more
not
like
here to.
setting up all the accounts, right? And the chart of accounts, like all the possible account for the reporting purposes and everything.
No problem. You don't have a. I'm not asking the definition. I try to take an idea, your understanding. Then we will. I will define, or you can say, give you the much detail on that. Then, so you have a good idea. Then we will move on. Okay. So structure, that's true. You're right. Setting of accounts to some extent it is right. But when we talk about the transaction, yes, we will utilize these charts of account in this transaction, but not define any transaction here in this charts of account. So this is not the correct one. Now, structure of account. So whenever talk about the structure, then every structure has certain ingredients. So here, chart of account is the structure of account. Then what are the ingredients of this charts of account? So chart in any business or as per the GAAP, Journal Accounting Principles, they say that any charts of account consists of 5 pillars or 5 account types. What are those? Number one is assets, other one is liabilities. Then we have capital or equity. Then we have expense and finally revenue. So my charts of account will be based on these 5 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the assets, liabilities, capital, expense, and revenue? We will discuss in a while. So first, we understand that the charts of account that are there, that will be having these 5 pillars, and you have a good command over these type. Not command at every value, but you must have idea what are the assets and what are the types of assets. Okay. Similarly, what are the liabilities and what are the difference between assets and liabilities, and how we segregate the liabilities as well. Similar to capital, expense, and revenue. We will discuss one by one in a while. So if I talk about the charts of account, then we have a calendar, currency, and convention. So whenever you join or you see any organization, then any company, they have booked their transaction based on their calendar. Calendar is something, the date or the intervals where they book their transaction. And that intervals called, some are quarter, yearly based, some are monthly based, and some are quarterly based and daily based as well. Most this you can say utilized by any company or the corporate sector utilize the monthly basis calendar, whereas quarterly, yearly, and daily basis based on the nature of the business. For example, I have a business of fruits, and the fruits season is approximately 3 to 6 months. Food processing business I have. So I would say that my business consists of 2 quarters. So I would define it accordingly. 2 quarters. Okay. So if my business is some corporate and we are running some financial institution, then we go for monthly base. and that monthly based started from 01 Jan to 30th June, so 30th December. But some business you have seen that started from 01 July to 30th June. Why is it so? Why we need to have this kind of calendar? Normally, corporate sector in any calendar divided into two part: fiscal, financial, and fiscal. Workday only adopt fiscal one. Okay, so we will discuss this calendar there. But normally we have financial always start from 1st of Jan and with 30th December, whereas fiscal can be started for any month. Any month means I can start my business from 01 May till 30th December. So any corporate sector, that is the most important. 90% you will see this month or intervals defined in the system. I will show in the Workday as well. So this is my second part, that is the calendar. Now in this calendar, when we say that this is my, and we have agreed that this is my monthly calendar that I will maintain, then that calendar will be my business calendar. Then we talk about the currencies. What is the currency? Currency is simplest one is that the transaction normally we deal in that are USD. So USD is my currency. But if you are in the USA, so USD is your will be your business currency. Maybe or may not be. That is not mandatory. Why is it so? Because currency always, in any financial structure, currency always based on the business currency, not on the country currency. Country currency. So even you are living in the USA and your country currency USD, but when you open up the business and you say that I have a ZT group or ZT company, USA, but my company is based in the UK or France, then my company currency is the French. Okay, so what I will say, I will try to say that there are two types of currencies are there in the system. One is the country currency and your other one is a business currency. So your transaction, your financial statement always based on the business currencies. Whatever you will decide it while defining your financial structure. Okay. So for example, if my business currency is French, then all the transaction data I will book in the system is French. So do you think that when you open up an office in the USA, a client came in and then you will say that I want to purchase a laptop. So what you will say that pay me 500 French currency, whatever I will say, that is something, name it something differently, yen. So it's really easy. So pay yen, then he will say that, no, I don't have a yen, I will have USD. I have a dollar. So can you accept it? Then you will never in a position to reject those point or reject those customer. So what you will do, you will define the currency as per your normally having the country currency so that your transaction books in the system with respect of your country currency. So if I say that, then this is my business currency as well. Now, if I decided this is my business currency, then if I again try to sell a laptop and the customer came in and then he will say that, what is the price of this laptop? And you will say this is $500. Okay. Now it is a $500 then, but customer belongs to some UK. And if he say that I don't have $500, can you accept GBP font? So what you will do, you will say that either you will definitely say that yes, we can accept it, but we need to have a conversion there. So what is the conversion? Why we maintain? Then this currency, that GBP, that you are having the transaction other than the business currency, that called in financial structure called foreign currency. So meaning that in any business, we have two types of currencies. One is the business currency. We also call that functional currency. some name it functional currency, some name it base currency, some name it a business currency. All the names or with respect of any business entity are the same. So if you say that which currency that you will accept, what is your functional currency, that your answer always be USD. But if my business in the USA, then GBP my foreign currency. We have transaction yen, then we have foreign currency. If I INR, PKR, then MYR, all are there are the foreign currencies. But how to link or integrate these two currencies? Sorry, how to integrate these two currencies? How to these currencies talk with each other so that we can have a proper financial reporting? We will discuss in our revaluation area in a detailed way. How this currency with map with each other. So this is called business currency or foreign currency. Sorry, business currency, functional currency, and base currency. And for foreign currency, we have only one term, foreign currency is there. Now, finally, the convention. What is the convention? What is the meaning of convention? Convention is proper term is accounting convention. So do you heard about this term, Chalu, in Oracle?
No, I haven't worked on this.
Okay, no problem. So, yeah, Bijoy, do you have idea?
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, giving you an example. For example, you go to a store, Amazon store, not online store. You go to their or Walmart. You go to the Walmart and you purchase it cell phone, any cell phone. That is something $500. So what happened when you purchase it? Then you go to the paying section, and then you will give the cash. So they will hand it over you the transaction. So here you have accounting transaction here, that is cell phone debit and cash credit, because you are paying the cash with the 500. Okay. Now this is the transaction that you made it and paying the dollar there. Now again, for example, you check your wallet and suddenly you realize that you don't have 500. You have only $300. So what you will do, you ask the shopkeeper or the reception that, can you accept the credit card? So we'll say that definitely will do. So they will swipe the credit card and deduct the $500. So again, you will take the cell phone, but you pay through bank. So meaning that there is no cash involved. So convention say that there are two levels of convention. One is a cash transaction. Another one is the credit transaction. Okay. So what is your nature of business? Either your business accepting only cash transaction. So whenever you purchase anything or you will sell anything, you will accept only cash. That means that your nature of business is related with cash transaction. But if you accept that, for example, that you purchase some item from a supplier and said that when you send it this item, then I will pay you after 15 days. Meaning that you didn't pay any cash, but you made a commitment. Meaning that that transaction is the credit transaction. So 90% businesses go for credit transactions. So here you have to decide it that either you accepting credit transaction or cash or both. Or majorly the transaction is having the credit transaction, but normally the trust where you give some donation or charity, they only have cash transaction. They accept only cash. Okay, but any financial institution like bank, then where they have both cash as well as credit, but cash transactions volume are high than credit transaction. But if you are running a business like a technology business where you sell and purchase laptop, then your major transactions are on the credit basis. So this is the basis that how you decided your nature of business, go for it, credit base or cash base. So in a financial structure, what we have discussed that the charts of account is for first and foremost part, that is important. Calendar is there, that is again you have to check with your business. Then the currency, which will be your base currency, and then finally convention. When you have for this combination, then you will see that your financial transaction structure is completed. Okay. Now coming towards the final part, that is the Workday structure. Any question till now? I am taking up this thing in a quick way because our objective is to go to the system first, but I can demonstrate all the transactions in front of you, no problem. But if you don't have any base, that's why I'm focusing a bit or giving some time to this area as well. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Now Workday structure. Here in these three structure, we talk about only business. Okay. We talk about only business. Now in your business, you are going to implement Workday. This structure. So you have to fit in these organizational structure, people structure, and financial structure to the Workday structure. That should be mapped in a efficient way. Efficient means that there should not be any missing in the mapping. Plus, there should not be missing any transaction. There should not be missing any process. So Workday structure set. So you guys are good enough in the Workday's HCM and Workday area. So can you now tell me what is the Workday structure? Then we will map later on. First, tell me what is the Workday structure. Yes, anyone?
In terms of finance?
In terms of overall Workday structure, if you are the Workday consultant, I am your client. I don't know about Workday. I am new in this field. So you have to convince me that how my organization that I have discussed already, that organization structure, my people and the financial structure, how Workday is structured and fit in these things. So you have to elaborate me first of all, Workday structure, what are the, how the Workday structure is designed.
It would start with the company hierarchy and then company. Similarly, location. Yeah.
Okay.
And then company. Then cost center hierarchy and then cost center.
Okay.
Then location hierarchy and location. And then supervisory org for the people structure.
Fine. Yes, Shalu, you want to say something? Is it correct, wrong, or should we add something, or we should delete something?
I mean, the basic HR structure look like this, and we can have, position based, or those things can come position based or job based.
Position based and job based are your processes. I am here asking for the structure. Processes we will discuss later on.
So the company hierarchy, you could have, like there we define the I'm not sure how the business unit sits here, but
Okay. Okay, fine. I am taking this thing onward. Now I will give you the idea about the Workday structure. So I don't know about because in any Workday HCM, if I talk about Workday HCM, Workday supply chain, or Workday financial, the structure is you have a good idea about structure. If you have a good about this idea about the structure, then you will solve the problems, existing problems, I think 50%. So whenever you face any challenge or the problem, then what happened? You will just take idea that which area that it related to, and then you will deep dive in that area, and then you will open up the processes and then fix those things. So my point is, if you have a good base or building is structure based on their base, if the building is a good base, then any earthquake will not impact on that building. Similarly, I'm going to explain you what are the Workday structures. So Workday structure start up from a reorganization. We will come up what is the meaning of reorganization, why we need to have reorganization in a later stage. Then after the reorganization, we have supervisory organization. Okay. Now, reorganization is there, supervisory organization is there, and then we have company hierarchy. If I put it hierarchy separately, I'm not putting here the hierarchy. I will discuss every area have the hierarchy as well. So I'm not putting hierarchy. Later on, we will define it there, or let's define the problem. Let's make it simple. Company hierarchy, then we have a company. Then we have regions. Regions hierarchy. We have regions, and then we have divisions. Then we have cost centers. Then we have cost center hierarchy and cost centers, and then finally we have location. And locations are further segregated into assets, inventory, business sites, and we have headquarter, we can say, with that is include the business sites as well. One more terminology that we use it for the project as well, that that I'm missing right now. But anyhow,
Job posting is there.
yeah. So this is the levels and the structure we have: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And in between, we have optional structure as well, optional organization, or you can say optional point as well, that can be defined on need basis. Meaning that if I'm a business required, then I can define it. Otherwise, that is not mandatory. That is matrix organization. You might learn in the HCM, and then custom organization. These are the optional ones. But that these are pure optional, but majorly most of them are mandatory. Okay. So I'm going to delete this thing. So these structures should be in a proper systematic way that I have mentioned here. First, reorganization, supervisory organization, company, hierarchy, company, regions, division, cost center, and cost centers. Then I'm gonna delete this one. Okay, now what is the reorganization? What is reorganization? Anyone? Or you heard about it? Yes, guys.
Is it the date when the organization is set up?
Okay. Or with a name that is looks like maybe it's organization. But if I talk about and if you ask anyone asks you, what is the organization? What is the organization? Reorganization is there, and what is the purpose of it? How you define it? Then how you can do that? Or someone asks you what is the difference between reorganization and supervisory organization? So you have a good idea about the differences. Okay. Now, one thing like, what is a reorganization? Okay. Just give an example. Then I hope you will understand what is the reorganization. Name. They just given the name. Yes, Shalu, you're saying something.
Like you assign a different supervisory organization or a manager. Yeah.
Yeah, that is assignment. But
Any
if
change in the
okay, any change? What kind of change?
at org level or at supervisory org level?
No, that you are telling me the functionality. I'm asking you a difference. Give me guys 1 minute, please. Yeah, sorry. So you are talking about the functionality that I have. But if I may ask you, what is the difference between reorganization and supervisory organizations? So I need a proper clarification. What is meaning of both of them? Anyhow, let me tell you, no problem. Reorganization, just like, for example, I have a computer. Just to give you an example, I have a computer and I have a 2 drive, C and D. And within the C and D, we have multiple folders there. Here we have a window folders, and here I have a personal folder. So, for example, my company is ZT Group, ZT USA. This is my company. So, whenever any transaction happen, I open up my ZT USA company and then submit those transactions, like purchase cell phone and some cell building. So these are the transactions that I normally have it there. But how I correlate with this computer terminology? For example, in your personal folder, you have office task and then you have a personal trip task. Okay, so whenever I ask you what is how many leaves you have it in last year, so definitely you will go for office folder, not the trip folder. But when I ask you that, okay, fine, when you take a leave, then where you visited most of the time, then you will might go to the trip, and there you might have some Niagara Falls snapper there. So what I try to say here, that all the data there based in the folder. Similarly, in the Workday, your reorganization is just like a folder of your company, ZT USA. So when I say that, can you tell me that how many profit do you have it last year? So definitely you will go through this reorganization. You will go for this folder. Reorganization is a folder. Okay, under that folder, I have ZT USA. This is my one folder. And second folder is ZT UK. So if I ask you that, tell me what is the profit that you take it last year in the ZT UK, then definitely you will not go for the ZT USA. You will go for ZT UK. But that structure exists within one folder. You define this structure within one folder. Now I'm going to open one more company that is name as something. It's something XM Automobile. Now this company, it has on their own structure. Then I will create new folder here, new reorganization here. I will, if that company is subsidiary of this ZT group, then I will not go for any reorganization. I will just open up the same company within that reorganization, within the same folder, because I already created one folder. Similarly, in any organization, in any Workday, you will define all the organization, these organization within that reorganization structure. That is a major difference. Now come towards the supervisory organization. Reorganization is clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, what is a supervisory organization? Supervisory organization is the HR organization, you can call it, where you define or where you hire your employees for your company. You can create any number of supervisory organization. System will not restrict you. For example, I want to create separate hiring for USA, for UK separately, then I will create two reorganization. And within that, if I want to define regions wise hiring, then I can create two for companies, two for companies, yes, two for regions, multiple regions with respect of my regions definition. How many regions we have it? We say that there are 3 regions for USA. So 3 supervisory organization I will create it. And if I further go it down, if I want to make it hiring on the department basis, then system give me the privilege and I will define supervisory organization, all of these levels. System will not restrict you. Why is it so? Because system is so flexible that any company can be fit in. And Workday is giving this solution because not for one company, it's giving a global solution. So whenever any company comes in and they want to fit in their structure within the Workday structure, then they can adopt anyway, any structure as per their need. So supervisory organization only created for HR, whereas reorganization is my folder or my structure where I define all of my structure area within that. If I go to the system and show it to you, for example, I'm going back and I'm not going for defining what is this dashboard, how it looks like. So I'm going directly to the task reorganization. Here we have a report that is reorganization. If I open up this report, then there are 8,700 reorganization has been defined. A lot of them. But when you have a dedicated one, definitely you know that there might be 1 or 2 reorganization, not more than that. Now, if I want to define any supervisory organization, then whenever I create it, first it asks me reorganization. If I want to define any company, it's asked me reorganization. If I define any cost center, so meaning that always whenever you define any of these, I define any of these, it asks me what is your folder and what is your dedicated folder that you have created for your company. If you know your folder, so that's why is it so? Because there are 8,700 folder has been created and you know very well what is your organization. So you will define your structure and that should be synced up accordingly. If you select randomly different reorganization, that your structure will not be look like this way. I have to build up this structure. So coming the second one, and then we will conclude our session for the today's part. So then if I want to, now I have to map this my Workday structure with my org structure, with my people structure, and with my financial structure. Now, Workday structure majorly will cover ZT group. That I would say that if I hide this one now and come closer for a time being, yeah, now ZT group is there. So where should it fit in? If this is the company, then where it should fit in? Then you will map each and everything in the implementation phase, or if not the implementation phase, and that is system is already defined, and you just hire in the company, and they just give you the that we are facing certain issues in the area, and nobody comes in to show you what is their organization structure, but you have a good ample idea that how I can check organization structure within the system. So how can I check the system? We will look into this part in the next session. But right now, first of all, if I want to map this one, so reorganization is never mapped with the organization structure. It will all alone a folder that you will create. So this is a Workday only setup. Now the supervisory organization. Now supervisory organization can fit in this way, this level, or this level. It's up to you that how you fit in this thing. Okay, from this one to this, and then we can do that. Now company and the company hierarchy. Now this comes in the real part. If I take up this thing a bit upward and then try to fit in. Okay, now here group is my only for the reporting purpose, so it fit in with this company hierarchy. Then the company, I can define the company with the company. Then we have a region, so I can define the regions with the regions. And if I want to take the reporting, then I can build up the hierarchy. Otherwise, I don't need to. I can directly define this region part. Then division, we have it. If there is no division within your business, don't need to define it, just relate it. Then cost center is equal to department in the financial part. So we can say that it is equal to this one. And finally, locations are there. This is the location that we can define. Either it's a business site, either it is a office site, either it is a assets, and then we map it accordingly as per our business needs. Then financial part, financial, because we have built up with the people and organization structure. And if I open up the financial, now I need it here that my charts of account. Now tomorrow we will discuss first the charts of account. Then I will show you any company charts of account, a quick review of that company, because if you know the transaction is no problem, charts of account is important. So in Workday we call charts of account or define charts of account under account set. This is the report, and this is view account set. If I can view existing account set, then here it is. Let me check. By default, Workday have corporate. Oh, someone has changed it. Let me check standard. Yeah, we have standard. I don't know which one is. A lot of person has defined already. Okay, give me 1 minute. Let me check which one is the most relevant one. Okay, one charts of account that I have defined already, that is XP corporate and XP account set. For example, corporate that I have just opened up. This is one of the batch that I have delivered. This is XP is there. So here you can see account set name, that is XP corporate. Charts of account, yes, it is. Currently 2 companies are using. and include account set. This is my account set already collected there. And every account sets have 5 types that we have discussed already. 5 types. These assets, liability, and revenue, and capital is there, but it is 3 capital. So if I show you here, these are the ledger account type, and here asset, expense, income, liability. Wow, someone has removed the capital. So this is the issue for any instance that people are practicing and destroy the system. This means that they are not practicing, they are destroying the system. So these commonly this no standard is only 5 we have it. Okay, so right now equity someone has deleted or disabled it. I will check and update it here, but right now you can see that I have defined here capital with the liability. Someone has changed into liability. Oh, because capital and retained earning always comes under capital head or equity head, not the liability head. Okay, so these are the accounts that have been created. So that is there. So tomorrow, first I will explain you about this type. I'll go through with this area. Then, yeah, this one. Then we will proceed for further. Now, any question? Or
No,
say something
nothing from me.
that going on right direction or not?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think this is a good direction.
Okay. So tomorrow, what we will do? Tomorrow is agenda. Then let me tell you the agenda. Then we will proceed further. First of all, I will explain you the account type. Just to give you the idea. Then we will move on accounting journals. What are the different type of journals that we have it, how they are coming into GL, and what are the journals that we have it. We will discuss in tomorrow's session. Number 2, we will enter a couple of journals and view some journal reports as well. So one thing I will do parallel this reports part. I will show a relevant report with the topic wise, because at the last moment might be I forgot or missed some reports. So I will go the report part with each section so that you have a good idea about the reports on their topic wise. Okay. So
Okay.
tomorrow focus will be on accounting and accounting journal. And I will show you one more thing. Oh, okay, I will show you one more point, that is financial structure. Existing any financial structure. So if you open up any Workday application, how to verify or how to check the financial structure there. Okay. Then we will talk about account type and then accounting journal, and tomorrow we will discuss about validations as well. That is most important part of any GL module, validations. What are the different type of validations? Why we need to have validations? Then we will move on for next further topic. Okay.
Okay.
Any input or you want or any expectation you have it, please feel free to share so that we can make our session more, knowledge sharing basis, or wherever you need any further explanation, feel free to highlight. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, Shalu, you want to say something?
No, we are good.
Fine, that's good. That's good. So see you tomorrow, same time.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.